I'm Jason Lewis and welcome to today's vlog for all-day wedding services for wedding DJs. So today we're going to go through steps of how to become an all-day wedding DJ, what services you need to provide, how to get set up, what you need from your bride and groom and your clients, and the best way to do things, the best equipment and the best information you need to make the day an absolute success for your bride and groom. Now there are 4 parts to an all-day wedding service. After all the meetings, also on the big day, you have got the ceremony, you have got the wedding drinks reception, or if you're in America, the cocktail hour, the wedding breakfast itself, where you act as a Toastmaster, and then of course the evening, where you're going to put on the biggest party and celebration ever. Now, before we get to all of these good bits on the day itself, you need to have, of course, your booking with your clients, and you need some specific information from them first and foremost. So this is where you meet your clients. Very important to meet them at least twice before the wedding, once to go through what your service entails and what they can expect from you on the day. So now I'm just going to show you some of the forms that I use, that I send out to the clients. And when we meet with the clients, we go through these forms in a step-by-step guide. I send out 2 forms to the all-day service. One is for the daytime and one for the evening reception as well. So now you've seen the forms, so what you need to go through, hopefully on your second meeting, which is at least, let's say, about 4 weeks before the wedding, because by then your clients will have their entire info, so everything should be done and prepared by the venue. Should the venue be supplying all the food, the itinerary, the wedding again itself, etc. So going through the forms with the bride and groom. So you've sent them the forms now, so you've given them a rough idea of exactly what you need. So when you sit down with them, again, just go through with every single detail what you require from these forms. Now, part 1 of the form is gathering music. Now, this is really important to sort of set the mood, get an atmosphere built up and get people nice and ready, rather than going to a cold, echoey room somewhere. Now, a lot of couples will choose a nice sort of generic half an hour's worth of music, or they'll let you choose the music. But in the last year, I've been given this responsibility to the groom. And it's been really handy and helpful to get him involved, or her involved, whatever the case may be. And it sets a nice mood for them as well. A few weeks ago I had a groom that chose completely all 80s movie themes, and it was brilliant, really, really good. One wanted all 80s rock, 90s rock, not too heavy. And 2 weeks ago I had a groom that wanted all his favourite indie tracks. And he had a couple of songs as well that helped to remind him of when he met his wife-to-be. And that was amazing. It set the mood for him, got him completely relaxed. And again, you want at least a good half hour, 40 minutes of song selection for part 1. Part 2, the most important part of the ceremony, the bridal entrance. Now, this is the part that you just don't want to get wrong. It has to be perfect, so please make sure the song you've got is the right one, it works, it sounds great. To always test it, get to the venue half an hour before, just to test the song, see how it sounds like, see what volume level you need to have out to make sure it's absolutely perfect for the bridal entry. Now, some brides will choose one song to make sure everyone goes in, usually Christina Perri, very popular. But I had a bride again a couple of weeks ago. She wanted a separate song for the bridesmaids to walk down to, and then her own song after that. Works absolutely fine. Just make sure, and having a professional there makes it all the difference, because you can fade and you can bring in her entrance song. And again, her choosing, just make sure it's absolutely perfect. And just keep it playing all the way until the bride has got down, she's met her partner, her groom, and then just fade it down slightly until the registrar then starts speaking and will ask all the guests to sit down. You've nailed it, perfect. Okay, so next step is the signing the register. So always ask the clients to have at least 3 songs lined up. 3 special songs, especially for them. The signing register should take no longer than 10 minutes, so 3 good 3.5 to 4 minute songs, absolutely perfect. I generally ask for at least 4, just in case it spills over to extra time. And finally, it's the exit music. Please make sure they've got a big song lined up, nice big happy song. It's starting the celebration, so a nice big happy song for them to leave to, walk out, big smiles, big cheers from all their guests, and enough time for all their guests to leave the ceremony room as well. Nice big song. So that's the ceremony all done. Perfect, well done, awesome job. And now it's over to the drinks reception or cocktail hour. So again, using the same PA system, or if you have the luxury of another one set up over there, plug your iPod in, laptop, whatever the case may be for any music media that you have. Again, you can ask the clients if they have any input to this music whatsoever, anything they prefer, but I generally already have a nice 2-hour mix of music already set up for that as well, if they just want me to choose, and then I will sometimes add in the music that we've already had for the ceremony, but nice, good, uplifting background music for the drink ceremony. Step 3 in your all-day service, it's over to the wedding breakfast. Again, very, very important part. If you have a luxury of a venue that's already got a built-in PA system with microphones, that's great. Always test it first to make sure it sounds perfect, because you have no control over the sound of this whatsoever. So 9 times out of 10, I will always put my own PA system and microphones in, so I have control of how it all sounds, and I'll always have 2 microphones for the speeches. One for me and one for the top table. Always choose very high-end microphones. I use a nice JTS system. A lot of people like the Shure stuff, which is all great as long as it sounds absolutely perfect and you have full control. At this point, the guests will have taken all their seats and you're ready to welcome the bride and groom in. Now, very important to find a few things out, a nice few touches. Is there a guest book? Have the bride and groom put some little quizzes out on the tables? Are there disposable cameras? And try and make these announcements before you welcome the bride and groom in. So ask the guests, please make sure you sign the guest book. Please make sure you take lots of photos. If they have a special hashtag for Instagram or social media, just keep reminding them of the hashtag. Now it's time to welcome in the newlyweds for the wedding breakfast. Here's how you should do it. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, warm welcome to you all. We're about to welcome in the bride and groom, but very important, please make sure you keep that round of applause and cheers going all the way until our bride has sat down. So please, you can all be upstanding if you can. And with a big cheer and round of applause, please welcome the brand new Mr. and Mrs. So there, hopefully all very nice and simple, and this all depends now on the next step on whether they're having the speeches before or after the wedding breakfast. And you just explain to the guests what's going to happen next. So enjoy your wedding breakfast. Speeches will be after the desserts or wherever they're going to be. If they're going to be first before the food, again, this is where you use your sort of charm and an outgoing personality and explain to them, okay, there's no such thing as a free dinner. You're going to have to earn it through the ways of cheers, round of applause, laughter and happiness. We're now going to have the speeches, and then you open up the speech with who's going to go first, usually the father of the bride. So please welcome. And again, for this, I will have already spoken to the father of the bride, or whoever's going to be doing the first speech, the groom and the best man. Generally it's those 3 in that order. And I'll explain to them, I'll have one microphone, you'll have another microphone. I'm going to introduce each speech and outro each speech as well. And once the best man has finished his final speech, if it's before the wedding breakfast, then you just explain to the guests, thank you very much, excellent speeches, wonderful, please enjoy your wedding breakfast, and I'll be back with you once you've finished your desserts. Once you finish your desserts, you're trying to explain to the guests, depending on the venue and the timings, that the room will now have to be cleared and prepared. Usually they go out into the bar area or where they have the drinks reception, and get ready for the evening reception. That's when it really kicks in. So that's really the biggest steps complete. Obviously this is one of the ways I do it. It's not gospel, doesn't mean you have to do it this way. You find your own way and you build your own way in doing it. I've been doing the all-day service now for 5 years. I started off with a simple QTX speaker for the ceremonies, and then using, where I can, my own system for the speeches, then the evening disco. And again, doing the all-day service, by this point, 90% of the guests know who you are, and it's fabulous going into an evening reception disco already knowing who your guests are. Maybe you spend a bit of time getting to know them if you're outgoing enough, going around to each table and asking guests, oh, what music do you like, and you can get to know them by that way. By the end of the evening, they're like, oh, hi Jay, or hi Dave, or hi Andrew, or hi Sarah, can you play this song for me? And you've already built up an amazing rapport with your guests. And it's going to leave hugs and handshakes all around, and it's just going to give you that extra massive boost to your wedding DJ supply and how you put yourself forward as a wedding host and wedding DJ. So just to recap on some of the equipment I use for my all-day service on the wedding. For my wedding reception, again, if you are lucky enough to be in a venue that has a superb sound system already built in, go ahead, use it, absolutely perfect. If not, I use, for me personally, is a Bose L1 compact system. It is amazing, completely portable, completely discreet. I have mine in black, a lot of people like to have theirs in white. Doesn't matter, it's your choice. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. But it sounds amazing in any size venue. It's perfect. For wedding breakfast music, again, I will use my own system, either the Bose or a big system, depending on the size of the room. And then, of course, evening reception, you've got your full disco setup. Microphones, again, with the Bose L1 Compact, I can plug my microphone straight into it, as well as inputs for my music media as well. So it's a perfect all-round system. Things like the EV Evolve 50 as well, perfect for that because it has so many inputs. But please make sure you have excellent equipment to do these days with. And then, of course, it's over to now the wedding reception. The big fun bit is the celebration. The evening guests will start to arrive now, and you've already got that rapport. But I'm not going to go on how to do a wedding disco, because hopefully you already know that. But you can also check out my other videos on being starting off at a wedding DJ, absolutely perfect, and what you should and shouldn't do at a wedding reception disco. So please check out my other videos. Please hit subscribe. Please leave any comments for me if you'd like any more clarification, or if you want some nice one-to-one training, we can do that over video, over Skype, or if you're local to me, we can meet face-to-face and go through how I do a whole all-day wedding in person. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching.